I think it's worth really briefly taking a look at the local geography in a summary way, just to make sure that we're all aware of what's going on. So if we can go to Roll 20, the Encarthan region is the surrounding nations around Lake Encarthan, and at the center is the Isle of Terror, which is the reputed source of the undead barge attacks that attacked Keonan and resulted in the battle you engaged in last time. You, of course, know that Keonan borders on the lake. To the west of Keonan along the shoreline is Druma. And Druma is a bizarre nation of essentially anti-religious, but cult-like merchants. The whole government is called a calistocracy, which is based on the hierarchy of merchant classes with sort of a ritual quasi-religious organization. It is a very strange state, but they very much value trade relations. And so for a nation like Keonan, they're a valuable neighbor. Further west along the shoreline is Multhoon. And Multhoon it's trying to become a world-class nation. The problem is they've recently had a breakaway state become the neighboring nation of Nermathus along the coastline there. And there is periodic active war between those two nations as Nermathus is trying to maintain its independence and freedom for its people. Nermathus is an independent meritocracy, and they do not like the rigid governance of Multhoon. Multhoon, in contrast, because it's trying to rise to continental prominence, their leadership are desperate to regain control of Nermathus. And so there's this very violent war of independence, essentially, or occupation. We're going to skip the Gravelines for now and move along to Ustalav. And for those of you, this is a confederacy. It is a nation that is under siege from all sides. They do not have any friendly neighbors, and that's all I'll say about them at this time. And Razmiran, one of their unfriendly neighbors, is a very tyrannically run nation under the direct control of what they call their living god. Let's leave it at that. So the Encarthan coastline is a very diverse series of nations, and Keonan does not have an easy time with some of them. That's to leave out the Isle of Terror, which is perhaps the uneasiest presence of all. Any questions? Awesome. Thanks, guys. Last session, the Guardians of Green Gold rescued the commander Nuandial Siranviash and were pivotal in helping the forces of Keonan beat back and defeat a ghoul landing on the beaches of Keonan. The tide turned when Briala unceremoniously disintegrated the Grave Knight Talamir, and the barges of plague ghouls were left leaderless and adrift. Easy pickings for elvish siege machines. After the battle, our illustrious heroes make their way back to Green Gold, where they help local militia fend off sporadic attacks from the remaining ghouls, the drowned dead that come ashore in patches and individuals, keeping Green Gold safe, but also demonstrating to the local militia and populace how committed the Guardians are to the protection of all the peoples of Green Gold, demonstrating their proficiency and their commitment. Meanwhile, potent and ominous, the Whispering Tyrant, also called Tarbafon, sits in darkness, their scrying attention briefly diverted to watch the defeat of the ghouls on the shores of Keonan. Interesting. Someone is meddling. He watches the final moments of the battle with clinical indifference, his eyes glittering with coals of shiny black obsidian. Welcome back, everyone. You can call me Seneschal, and I'll be your game runner for this episode and the Spore War Actual Play series. This is session 2 of the Spore War Actual Play, taking us from 11 to 20th level. And this is a high-level adventure path with dark themes and corrupting demonic influences. This content may not be for the faint of heart. I'd like to thank Dungeon Scrawlers for the opportunity and their hosting of this actual play, but I'd also like to thank our dice partners. Norse Foundry create amazing metal, gemstone, and bone dice, and they add some real heft to your roll. Equally impressive, Phoenix Dice make recycled dice rising from the ashes. They're beautiful, and you can feel good about the purchase. Links are below. Also, we would be amiss if we didn't express gratitude to the other providers of tools that we use, including Tom Cardos for maps and digital assets, Dungeon Draft, Roll20, Archives of Nethys, and of course, Paizo, who create the amazing Adventure Path materials and rules that we're using tonight. Most important of all, we have our talented cast of players. Please introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about, this time, tell us a little bit about your character build as well, just so the viewers can get a sense as to what you're playing in terms of personality as well as build. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gwendolyn. I am playing the Ivaran wizard, Briala Sparkburn. She is a delightful deputy background wizard, school of civic wizardry, because nothing better than building something with your own two metaphorical magical hands. You know what I mean? Whether that's bridges, whether that's maybe disintegrating some things. There's a lot of tools in Briala's belt. So she's a little socially awkward, and she continues to slough off a lot of that, a lot of these societal norms that are placed on her in favor of just trying to be more of who she is, which could be good or bad. If you're interested in talking more about RPGs, you can find me at Coven Gwen on Instagram. That's probably the best place to find me. I'm always down to talk about any of the RPGs that are popping and hopping in the world.
Hey, I'm Par. I've played TTRPGs for the last 6 years, both on and off stream, and let's talk about JDR Felivale. I crafted him as sort of an off-tank, a second option to our main melee, Toad. He's very fast, 60 feet of movement, 180 and around, and he can heal himself and also deal a little bit of burst damage if he has to, but mostly as a background player, able to reach allies wherever they may be on the battlefield pretty fast to either assist or take damage for them.
I remembered to unmute. Hi, I'm Lex. You can find me on the internet most places at Fortaver, Fortaver, with or without the dash in between, except for I'm Lexars with 2 X's, like my card, which has all of my links. I'll be playing Banda. He is a elfin dromar, so half elf, half orc, with he's just a mess. I love him, but he's a mess. He's a ranger. He likes animals better than people, but he likes people well enough, I suppose. And yeah, he just makes stuff. He tries to be supportive to the rest of his party. He doesn't know how he went from being a nomad, never having a home, to having a whole family. Yep, of the Guardians of Green Gold. So this has been an interesting time for him.
Fantastic.
And hi, my name is Skye. You can find me on Blue Sky at Words from the Sky with an E at the end. And I will be playing as Varen, who is an Ivaran fetchling and thaumaturge. They did not have a lot of familial relations growing up, and they largely spent a lot of their time researching in a library, looking into various different esoterica, which is convenient because that's a lot of what the thaumaturge class makes use of. In addition to their implements, they tend to act as a spear in combat, a negotiator outside of combat, and they have a little bit of debuffing capabilities that are primarily selfish for now, but over time will eventually expand to benefit the entirety of the party.
Hi, I'm Stephen Merlino. I'm a fantasy writer and founder of Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry, Dungeon Scrawlers. Yeah, you might have heard of me. Guy Gax and I, we hung out a lot back in the day. You may remember my character Sturge from the original Dungeon Scrawlers campaign. In this campaign, I'm playing Graylin Toadstone, aka Toad, a humble, disfigured, 8 charisma, beardless dwarf champion of an elven god. And my thought with building him was to, I tend to want to just turn things upside down with characters. I find their contradictions to be most interesting part about them. So, you know, champions are supposed to be charismatic. He's not. They tend to be big shield users and have all these cool shield feats. I find that boring. So he's a polearm wielder. That makes him have a little less damage, but it allows him to have reach and trip people and do, you know, just has more offensive options. And I'm really, I feel like there's 2 things that are king in combat. They are perception, especially in 2E, where it's also initiative. But the more information you have, the more power you have in a combat. And movement. Those things are key. So I really focus on those things. Toad has 2 fleet feats and he has boots abounding. So he's, you know, he's pretty dang fast, 35 movement now. And he focuses a lot of his other feats, I think they're skill feats, on leaping. So the guy can move. And on the other hand, on his personal quest or life, he's pretty humble. He's got a self-esteem issue. He bears a lot of guilt from his life from before when he became a champion. Another contradiction is that he's a liberator champion, but his real arc is one that he hopes will be one of redemption.
Thank you, everyone. That's awesome. And it gives a real sense of what the player characters are about and what they're capable of. It's played out already in our prelude adventures and in the last session, where there was absolutely a sense that each of the player characters had something to contribute in every combat situation they've been in. And each of them has had a special moment of some kind where their build and abilities has come to the forefront. It's been great to watch. I look forward to seeing where things go. Now that they're 11th level, those powers are growing. And just a reminder that 11th level it's not really, it's mid-level in terms of the game progression. This adventure path starts at level 11. It is a high-level adventure path. But in the sense of people in the world, 11th level is where you start getting into rare air. There are not a lot of people around who have the kind of capabilities that you have. And so it's why the Guardians of Green Gold are true heroic level entities now in this small city. Let's talk a little bit about what happened at the end of last session, and particularly what's happened in the few days since. Things have quietened down. There's a brief few days where ghouls pop up here and there, those that survived the barges or even sank to the bottom of the lake and crawled ashore as drowned. Those drowned dead were not enough of a threat to really cause you any difficulty at all as a group. You can handle a handful of ghouls, but for the citizens of Green Gold, they're terrifying. And so your presence, Lex, I think Banda was giving out certain alchemical tools that were helpful against the ghouls. Is that right?
Yes, in the couple of I think it was just a week leading up to the actual fight, there would have been a concerted effort to brew up some ghost charges, some of that sort of stuff to help if they were up against ethereal foes, or some bottled sunlight to just hit things with vitality damage, because you know they're not equipped for that. They're just not.
Yeah. And as I recall, you handed them out to the local militia. So
Yes.
not only were you actually present at the pier when ghouls would appear and running around where necessary to help Green Gold directly, you were also contributing to the gear and confidence of the local militia in a way that they would not forget. That's the sort of thing that keeps their comrades alive in the face of undeath and danger. And so these are the kinds of things that make an impression. You already were celebrated in Green Gold. But the exploits that you conducted on that beach, you told the story in the tavern, and word is spreading. Things start to quiet down. The ghouls stop appearing. Life seems about to get back to normal. When someone prestigious arrives in town and you receive a notice, you hear word that Delamian, and I'll show Delamian's image on the Roll20. This is someone from the Queen's Court arriving as a herald and emissary to Green Gold. And she starts off talking to local personages of note, giving congratulations, making sure that everyone's all right, taking stock of the situation, and then sends a message that you are asked to appear at the Temple of Callistra on the next morning. What would that mean?
Callistra.
What would Callistra be? Who is Callistra a patron?
Callistra is an elven goddess. You could describe her as a goddess of justice, but her symbol is the wasp, and she is a symbol of righteous vengeance. She's a goddess of, if you have been wronged, you avenge yourself justly.
Hit him hard, hit him fast.
Kind of like Iomade or Serenade.
No, Serenade is more kindly and is a redemption type.
A little more like
Callistra has
Majagua.
a sharper
Or like
edge.
Tritherian, maybe a little bit.
She's a little also into the lust, and
Very much
she's
like
all
Majagua.
into that. I mean, Serenade is as well, but the
like
love and
horny
love is
Avenger.
beautiful. But Callistra has a sharp edge to her. Do not wrong a servant of Callistra.
Oh, I've been training with some of the Callistra champions. They're good. They don't stop and ask questions.
All right. So, is there anything you would want to do the evening before, or would you want to ask any questions before you settle down and prepare yourselves in the morning?
I gotta tell y'all something.
Yeah.
A little bit embarrassed about it, but for this kind of, I got it for this kind of thing. It's a hat. I put it on my head, and
Yeah, it looks nice.
I'll just show you. And his features kind of morph a little bit, and then he looks like kind of a regular dwarf. No smashed head, no horrible underbite. Just kind of, it doesn't look like him anymore, but it looks like a regular dwarf. And he says, it doesn't change my voice none, but I don't, it's too distracting. I don't like to be in like a conference or, some kind of special meeting and everybody who doesn't know me is just staring at me and peeking at me, and it just makes me mad. So I feel like this is just a good way to, just dodge that thing altogether. It only lasts for an hour, and then once all the important talk's done, I can just take it off and say, "Boo! Ha! This is what I really look like." He didn't know, but
That could be
anyway.
fun.
Yeah, it could be fun,
Yeah.
especially if there's any kids there. That's a real hoot.
I mean, who doesn't love scaring kids?
I know.
That's
Oh
the best
boy,
It's
thing
good
out
for
there,
it.
right?
Builds character.
I got this one thing I do. Look, You know, I got this gap in my lower tooth, my jaw, and look what I can do with my tongue. I can make it poke its head out, my tongue poke its head out between the teeth. It's like a little weasel saying hi or something. Kids love that. It's like, get real close.
Well,
Do they?
Yeah.
I can understand your need for peace, Toad. If you'd like, I can hand this to you and you can have an extra hour of peace if you like.
Well, what's that?
It's a scarf. It does sort of I'm guessing the same thing as your hat there.
Oh, hey. Well, sure. But, you know,
But
if the talks go long, I could do that.
yes, of course.
Thanks.
If you want more peace of mind, I'm happy to give it to you.
Yeah. Well, just for this kind of thing, and otherwise you can use it. It's good disguise, right?
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll get used to it tonight so I can make sure it works tomorrow if the talks go long.
Toad.
I mean, could always just have me be annoying and everybody will look at me instead.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel more comfortable, there's nothing wrong with it, but you shouldn't feel like you have to do that.
I know. It's just it just makes me mad. Sometimes I just don't have the patience for it. All that staring. It's not like I don't. It's not because I'm ashamed. It's just I get irritated. So I don't
That's
want.
fair.
I don't want it to
That's
be about me. I want to just have a good talk. So there. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Unless Briala's got something to say.
No, I don't know. I get that. That's cool that we've helped so many people and I feel like we've made a real difference, and that just gets exhausting, I just sometimes wanting to go out and just go get some groceries. Nobody's gonna hand me a cute little tart. I mean, it's nice. It's really, really nice, but I just sometimes want to go and get some, asparagus and
Yeah, you want to tumble out of bed with your hair all mussed up and just walk to the corner store and not have to worry about it. I know what you mean. Except I look like that all the time. But I'm not trying for sympathy here. I'm just saying it's just the way it is.
Your last comment brings up a next question. With an emissary from the Queen's Court coming, what are you going to wear in the morning?
Oh shit!
Can I?
Does
Can
the
I run
raiment
out?
rune
We gotta dress up.
I think the Vren might be taken care of. I just don't know if the raiment rune has a time limit. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay. The night before, do I
does
have
not,
time? Do I have time to run out, buy some fine clothes, and also make my best vintage?
Yes.
make your
the
best
buying,
vintage
Consider
the night before.
the buying fine clothes involves knocking on the shop owner's home address and asking them to help you out. But you have enough credit with the people of Green Gold that's possible.
My friend, please. Tomorrow, the Queen's one of the Queen's people is coming here, and if you could just do me this favor, make me some very fine clothes. I'll make sure that they know that you made it.
Thank you. It's not necessary, but please do that. What about the other heroes of Green Gold? Do they need garb as well? I can wake my apprentices.
I mean, I can use the magic thing to make me look fancy, dwarf, I guess.
Right, but won't people know?
Oh, I don't know. Can you tell?
You carry yourself differently if you're wearing finery, sir.
Ah, never mind that. I can't carry myself any way but one way.
Well, you could always make Toad a very nice hat. I'll pay for it.
Leave it with me. What about Banda?
This whole conversation has been happening, and Banda is like nowhere to be seen.
Yeah?
Because getting fancy is not on his list of things to do.
I understand that.
I don't know. Let's
But there are
ask
people in Green Gold who want you to dress the part.
Banda?
Just somewhere hiding near the canal, like below the invisible level. Just you can't find me. Can't make me dress up.
So with some
Banda, he
Dromar
was just
heritage
here.
and influence, what is Banda wearing in the morning?
primarily it's just a dressed down version of his armor at this stage, because his armor's nicer now. It's not like when we first got here and it was just cobbled together. Like, he's put a lot of effort into the crafting of its runes, rather in their placement more so than the crafting. He can't craft runes. But carving the various pauldron bits, showing the various tattoos that he's had, you know, done to himself even, like, that's more of his interest, not finery, just here I am, here's my story.
Is it leather armor?
It is, it's something called Samkit. It's a lamellar, but it's made primarily of, like, wood and reeds and things, but with, like, carved bits in there.
Okay, and tattoos shown prominently. So
Yes.
his own style.
Yeah.
And Toad is wearing brand new shiny plate armor that's been
Yeah.
refitted.
Yeah.
Have we had time to, like, check if it's cursed or anything?
It's been a total of 5 days. So 2 days of ghoul
Okay.
hunting and 3 days of
Okay.
plenty of time.
Is it cursed?
It's not.
Okay,
plus
good.
two
Okay,
resilient-
great.
Plus 2 resilient plate armor.
Turns your feet into hooves.
Yeah. It turns your head into a pumpkin-shaped mess. So no effect was noticed at all.
You
Whoa.
become a jack-o'-lantern.
That would be
You're just
cool.
holding your own head.
Yeah, it didn't know, the curse didn't know what to do with Toad.
Oh.
JDR is getting brand new clothing made. That's easy. Briala, you have wizard robes, or
Yeah, I have my Dwemer weave robe, so I think it's like a combination of like functionality and fashion. So I think it's like black. I think she started wearing black robes.
Oh.
And there's like a triangle cut out of the back of it that shows off the worm span tattoo that Band-Aids gave. So it's like
Nice.
functionally it looks
If I may,
fashion. Yeah.
I feel like that tattoo is probably colorful by contrast to the darker robes, just to make it pop.
Hell yeah.
So what-
Definitely.
What did Briella used to wear before she went goth?
I think she wore green robes, like kind of bright green or like magenta robes that she went back and forth. And I think they've like been burned off of her body and she just like had to get something else. And now she thinks she's darker.
Oh,
she is
I
dark.
think she definitely is.
She thinks she's darker now.
Awesome.
She came into town a civic wizard. The only thing that remains of her civic wizardry is the name.
Hey,
Everything
No,
else
no.
is freaking disintegration.
disintegration, I have you know, is a school of civic wizardry.
Oh, of
I
course.
got
And also-
that for my curriculum.
Important.
It's the best form of demolition.
It
Exactly.
is absolutely useful for all kinds of excavation and civic works.
True. It's like a nail gun. It's just for building stuff. And
I don't know why people weaponized it. It's just a tool.
Yeah.
What about Varen? What is Varen wearing?
So Vren luckily has the raiment rune. Of course, they don't really do anything to do anything too different from the nicer leather armor, which is of course draped in like various different robes. So much as I think that they just use the raiment rune to make it look nicer, a little bit more elegant, maybe a little bit more decorated. But it's just like fine leather armor draped in like these light gray robes. I'd like to think it's like dyed black leather armor with like light gray robes kind of draped over the top and kind of like a head researcher style thing. Maybe there's a clasp or something like that on the shoulder just to make sure everything is looking nice. But it's not too far departed from what it would from what it would look like originally. They are just hoping that nobody has true sight, because that's the only real way to tell that the raiment room is activated.
In wizarding cultures, I think it would, and elves are definitely that. I think it would be, it would not be unusual for people to see through magical beautification projects and just nod knowingly.
Just glamours, I think, would be
Yeah.
But they'll probably invest a gold or two into something nicer in the event that it's a very strict no magical allowed event.
Okay. So in the morning, you make your way to the temple, and we're not going to spend a bunch of time on the map, but just to get a sense, it is a prominent building.
That one.
In green gold. And it is absolutely beautiful from the outside. A combination of yellow and black decor on the usual Keonan wood and stone construction. But it is absolutely a beautiful building. You've known it, you've seen it, you've never had any cause to go there before. There's a bit of a crowd gathered outside. Locals mostly, but there's also an honor guard for the herald from the Queen's Court. About 20 beautifully armored, beautiful elven military professionals. And then the gates are closed. You arrive on time, and the gates open up as soon as you're there. And out comes Dalamian. And she's got a certain noble bearing, and she comes out with authority. She knows how to carry herself and to claim authority over a crowd. And she says, "Welcome, heroes of Green Gold. Guardians of Green Gold, I believe you call yourselves?"
Yeah, something like that.
Thank you.
You must be Toad.
I am.
Please welcome. J. Dior, I believe.
That's me.
Loren,
Yes, absolutely.
Banda, and Briala. And I was told there was Cedric the Druid?
Oh,
Oh, did
Yeah, I
Cedric get the memo?
Right now, he's in a bit of a hibernation. He's a tree for I think the next 30 days or something like that.
Oh,
So,
of course. Yes.
Mhm.
And I did not hear tale of his feats in battle, but word has made it to the Queen's Court that you have exemplified the sort of defense of Keonan that the Queen appreciates. And I am told to deliver a message. And it's clear she hasn't read the message. She breaks the seal on it, opens it up. Pardon me. On behalf of the people of Keonan, Queen Talendia Edesariel, bearer of the Viridian crown, does offer her heartfelt thanks to the heroes of Lantana Beach. As a show of gratitude for your heroism, our Queen extends an invitation to you all to attend a feast in your honor at the Silver Lantern Garden on the banks of the Endohar River in Ianara in 1 week's time.
Oh. Okay.
Oh dear.
That's very gracious, right?
It is a huge honor.
Say something, Briala. You're the one that talks good.
That's Varen. Varen.
While you're breathing this in, the crowd is cheering, and you hear them going, "Toad, Toad, 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 Toad," and each of your names being chanted by admirers. They are thrilled. There is huge loyalty to the Queen in Keonan, and in Green Gold in particular, where she has been a patron of the open border approach to Keonan and to Green Gold in particular. She's very popular here, and no doubt the crowd and the populace of Green Gold considers it a huge honor.
And Varen just kind of looks at the people who just set them out to dry and says, "Well, we thank you very much for the for relaying the message, and we will do our best to well, we would be honored to attend."
For a moment, I thought you were going to say we'd do our best to be there. For those who are not familiar with court affairs, it is it's important that you be there. I think you would be remiss not to attend, but I will be sure to deliver your acceptance of the invitation with gratitude.
Of course, and will
as would
we
be appropriate.
be... Will a carriage be sent, or will we be expected to make our own way?
If you are prepared to leave immediately, you may return with us. We have a carriage that can accommodate you. Otherwise, you would be asked to make your own way. But if you have difficulties traveling, I am accustomed to this sort of thing. We are authorized to provide a stipend to allow you to book a carriage of some sort. Teleportation is not within the budget, I'm afraid. You've been given plenty of time to make your way, I think.
Yeah,
A walk
overland
will do
sounds
us
good.
good.
These sorts of details can be sorted out. I will not be leaving until the end of the day today. What I would suggest makes most sense, if you're able, is to return with me.
Do we have any affairs to take care of otherwise?
I mean, I'm supposed to be enchanting about another 10 locks for the different civilian households. But I'm sure they'd understand if we had to do it later.
And realistically speaking, if we have any that we might need to tell that we're not at this assembly, I'm more than capable of sending that message to their dreams. So they would go the remainder of the day without knowing, but when they woke up, they would know.
Briella can send them a nightmare, too.
Oh.
As can Varen.
I could just run there real quick.
Then you'll be all sweaty.
Yeah, JD, or are you okay to leave? I mean, I don't think we can say no. I think it's one of those things where it's like, congrats, you have the
Why would you
honor
want to say
of
no?
jury
It's a
duty.
feast.
Wait 1 second. I will try to present the envoy my finest vintage, which I'd like to call I'll call it Toadstone after
Oh, nice.
Toad.
Hey.
Oh.
Just the first one I've cobbled together for the party. My line that's named after the party.
I love it.
Love it.
And
I mean, he is the
also,
MVP of our everything at the moment.
Oh, I don't know about that.
we did get a
Riala is the one who pushed the guy off the bird and then disintegrated him.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
okay.
not talk about that too much.
I'll offer that to the envoy, and I'll also say, oh, and this fine clothing you see made. I know you probably don't want to hear this, but made by Candleless.
It's very appropriate for court.
Yes, please do check them out if you ever have cause to.
Of course, thank you.
All right. Level with me. How fancy am I going to have to dress for court?
Banda, you look the part. You are the heroes, you're the guardians of Green Gold, the heroes of Lantana Beach.
Good.
Wearing armor is perfectly appropriate. I will say that some of the nobles at court may express disdain, but know that the queen herself will not judge you for it.
As long as I ain't insulting the person who invited us. That's the important part.
She made it very clear that she was very interested in meeting the heroes of Lantana Beach. She will just be non-judgmental as to whatever you might wear. I think it's probably better to wear armor than just regular clothing, if you're asking my advice.
You can always dress it up with a nice new cloak, maybe a little garland of flowers on your head, you know?
That'd make you so handsome. Okay, really do what you want. That's not very dark.
I mean, maybe
Sorry,
a
it's fake.
prestidigitation or two to make sure everything is nice and sparkly clean.
Sure, yeah.
Would
clean
also
me up.
be would be all that's really necessary. Fully.
Can I ask you a favor, all of you?
Ooh,
Can
Sure.
you join me for a glass or a bottle of wine and tell me your exploits at Lantana Beach? Because I will tell you that what will happen when you arrive at court, and you are about in the hours leading up to when you're to be presented to the Queen, is you will be offered an opportunity to mingle with the nobility and the members of court, and they will be very excited to hear your story of heroics, and it would be very helpful to me if I already knew the tale. It would give me an advantage.
Alright.
Feel good about this person? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
vibe check.
This is a
yeah, vibe check. Is there a vibe?
I feel
can
Roll
Yeah,
for
yeah,
vibes.
Make a vibe check.
yeah. What
Vibe
role
check.
would that be?
So it's like a sense motive.
Perception.
Is that
I
still
f-
exists?
Feel great about this. No check needed.
Is there still a sense motive?
So,
Typically
Out of-
use perception.
out of
for it.
curiosity,
Perception?
in the days
Okay.
since the Battle of Lantana Beach, have our statistics are our shadows back intact, everything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
What? She got her shadow back?
Good.
Brialla's very sad about it. She
Alright,
immediately
we
became way
are-
more emotional after it came back.
You're gonna have to capture a greater shadow and keep it in your closet so you can lose your shadow daily.
Please
God,
don't.
The
Actually, I
flex.
don't quite like those individuals.
we
It's
can
not
do
a
this.
fun experience.
They're bad.
Look, it's fine. My father's spell book has a lot of fun and interesting spells.
But your
Well-
dad? I didn't hear about that. Oh, we'll talk about that later, maybe.
Yeah, some other time for sure. He was
Wait.
a man.
Do you accept the invitation to have wine and spill your guts?
Of course.
At
Figuratively?
least
We rolled to a bunch of perceptions to see if we kind of get a vibe off this person.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to look at them.
They're probably, they're professional deceivers if they're bad people. So it's going to be, but we have a 37 up there from Briella.
I see that.
Briella can see minute changes in surface temperature around the cheeks and everything whenever they're
What?
like,
Briella's got lore, elf, and what, society too?
Yes,
she's
I
pretty.
have proficiency in almost every skill except for athletics, intimidation, and performance,
Mhm.
and thinking.
So I'll tell you what you determine collectively. Delamian is actually fairly kind, but a little bit stilted based on the formalities of court, but is definitely playing the game at court. Not in a way that's sinister.
It's just work.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity, and she has no intention of wasting it.
She's playing the game, but she's not doing it in a sinister way like some of the other nobles you've met.
Good.
Understood.
No reason to say
Why
no
not?
to booze anyway.
And as they start to walk into the room, Varen is going to fall in step with her and go. So about that stipend, I understand that.
Yes, there's a stipend. So you walk in. I don't know that any of you would have been inside the Temple of Callistria before, but this place it has this honeycomb design on the floor with a gold leaf on tiles. It is absolutely astonishing in terms of how bright it is, but there are shadows cast. So it's well illuminated, but not universally. Every piece of furniture casts a shadow. And they take you into a back room where this person a Delamian has been set up in an office, and there are a few chairs brought in, and she uncorks a bottle of wine. There's an assistant who's scrambling to do those things for her, but she waves them away, uncorks a bottle of wine, pours it into a carafe, brings out some crystal goblets, and lets it breathe for a moment as you tell your story. A couple of things come to light in the course of telling the story, assuming you tell everything about the battle at Lantana Beach. And the most important one is those who reported to the court have no idea that disintegration is what undid the Grave Knight. Because what happened was the Grave Knight was mostly underwater, and you were flying above and just pointed at them. Nothing was obvious in terms of what happened, and meanwhile there were a couple of your compatriots who were using their weapons on the surface of the water, and so you're not credited in the popular accounting of what happened, Briella, with the kill.
Yes! Brialla's so excited. Every time Brialla's like, as she gets into her cups, is like, oh my gosh. And then Toad took down another like shadow, like, you know, and then I like knocked him off a dragon. But then like, oh, my friend Gideor immediately started punching and kicking in the head, and Banda was doing, oh my gosh. And Varen lost her shadow, and then I like did him with something, and then they were gone.
And wasn't it Jadior and Banda who persuaded the dragon to go away?
It was mostly Jadior, but yeah, it was a group effort.
I did my best.
It worked. So
Annoy a dragon till he leaves.
She takes all of this in. The involuntary dragon riding seems to elicit a response. Absolutely. The fall to the ground that you survived. Do you tell the tale of how the Grave Knight actually died, or do you leave it as is?
I think Banda, at the very least, just kind of vague, passes around. It doesn't say exactly what got it, but I don't know. Brialla did something, shot something down, and it was just what we needed.
Some spells were cast, and then it was defeated.
Let's keep our trump card on the DL.
Yeah, keep that on the DL. Also, don't tell it the
really
way
close
that
enough to see in detail what happened through the
Mhm.
water at that angle, so you can keep that to yourselves.
Mhm.
Disintegrated twice, and no one the wiser.
Mhm.
All right. Is there anything else you'd want to communicate to her? Are you going to go with her, or are you going to go later?
I kind of feel like we should wait to go on our own. I mean, I don't like riding in a carriage anyway.
Yeah, like just a scenic route. Just take a little walk. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
How many days does the travel take?
I am looking that up right now, so carry on with other things. I'll give you that answer in a second.
It takes 14 days. How long? When's the feast? 1 week.
1 week.
Oh,
Wonder
okay,
if I can
okay.
prepare.
And teleportation is off the table.
You can pay for your own teleportation, but I don't think. Well, actually, you can cast teleport, can't you, Brielle?
I think it's short range, though.
It is.
I think you also have to have.
I
been
mean, it's
there
100
before.
miles. I do have it. I
Oh.
could cast it for us.
Oh.
You and your targets are instantly transported to any location within range as long as you can identify the location precisely, both by its position and relative to your starting position, and by its appearance. Incorrect knowledge causes the spell to fail, or maybe a mishap of some kind.
Okay. I find it impossible that Brialla would have been in Kionin for so many years and never gone to Ianara, the capital.
Perfect.
So you would have the ability to sort of. How many people can you take with?
I can take 4, you and up to 4 creatures.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
Perfect.
So you can certainly
quite
speed your
close.
journey if you're not taking a carriage and not taking horses.
we just
How many?
take a little walk.
no dramatic entry with a teleport? Hell yeah.
We walk 90% of it, and then I burn a 6th level spell slot just for us to go the last 200 feet.
Yep. Where's the scale? So, 100 miles, you say?
100 miles.
Based on the scale of the map, that's only about 3 teleports.
Whoa.
Consider we walk halfway, or slightly more than halfway, and then.
Yeah.
Or I mean, we
So
could just
less
teleport and then
less
walk
than
the
that,
rest.
actually.
I'm just worried about us taking a cart 2/3 of the way and then having to leave it.
I don't want to
Yeah.
take a cart.
It's
Okay.
about 200. It's about 200 miles between Greengold and Ianara.
Okay.
And so that would be, if we teleport the last segment of it, that would be, what, 140 miles on foot? If we don't want to abandon any horses or carriage or anything like that.
Well, if you take several days and stay at a teleport to a nice inn every day for 3 days, you've no walking at all.
But DM, we love walking.
Oh yeah, no.
We want to take
well,
that
I mean,
exercise.
Hey.
I'm all for abbreviating travel, actually.
I actually don't like walking that much. I know I'm very
Gideor, you're the
fast.
best walker I know. I actually just took a spell that I thought you might like.
I know I'm actually very fast, but that's why I don't like
my gosh,
doing as
that's-
much traveling.
That's what. Oh my gosh! I had
It
you
makes
pegged
sense
wrong this
now.
whole time.
Hmm.
I thought you were that fast because you like to run, but you're just trying to get it done quick.
Yes,
The
if
problem with
it goes-
teleportation is all of these travel encounters. I just have to shred. Oh wait, there are none because it's an 11th level adventure, and they know you probably have access to teleportation.
But what if I want to meet someone on the road?
Then walk. I absolutely.
Yes.
No, this is Banda in character.
Also-
so-
oh,
but
oh,
what if
sorry,
I wanna
sorry.
meet people?
We run into like a group of like 12 like first level bandits that have no idea who we are, and we just toy with them for 30 minutes before we just let them go.
Educate them.
We make some friends.
Yeah.
I upcast and cast Tailwind on JDR, so you have an additional 10-foot movement speed for the next 8 hours.
Oh,
You're even faster now! JDR, you barely will have to walk ever again!
And
That-
then give
that
it to
would
me
be-
next time.
So just to put this in context, that would be disconcerting to see.
like 70 feet. So that's
70
210
foot
feet.
drunken shuffle.
210 feet in 15 seconds.
JDR, if you don't like this, I won't cast this on you again. I really should ask for consent before casting spells on you, and I realize that now, and I'm so sorry, actually. I think I can dispel it. Just give me a second.
Hold on. I just want you all to understand that I am very fast. Yes, that part of it, not fully intentional. Key does what Key does.
Mm-hmm. What if I cast haste on you?
What's
wrong
going
direction.
on? What is going on right now?
So the world
What
record for
happens
the
if
100
you-
meter.
Quicken.
Oh,
Okay, you got
Brent's doing the
haste.
math. Hang on, everyone.
I've got
Brent's doing
chill
the math.
potion.
So the world record for the 100-meter dash is 9.58 seconds. So with Tailwind, he's going like Par is going like JDR is going quick, but it's not world record pace yet.
Okay,
You can
good.
fix that. If I cast haste, does that get they get that stride action?
So let me
Cheetah
check.
potion gives you a
So
plus 10 as well.
We need,
100
we
meters.
need to get the answers to these questions.
So 100 meters is 328 feet. 1 turn is 15 seconds. So with 4, that's 280. That's still not 328 feet in 15 seconds. So you need a little bit more of a boost
Turns are 15 seconds?
in Pathfinder, or is
I
that
thought they
wrong?
were 6 seconds.
I know they are in 5th edition.
I think it's
they were
nebulous.
short.
Last I checked. We'll make our own way. Thank you very much, Telemanian.
Yeah, I'm pretty
we-
sure there's 6-second rounds.
Oh, okay, yeah, then
Not
that's
God.
No, we are good.
Now we're blazing.
I want
We're
miles
breaking
per
physics.
hour here.
I really have to
Yeah.
rethink JDR's
The
whole
Lamian, the courtier, who's come to invite you to basically lunch with the Queen, is watching this discussion about how fast JDR can run,
JD, you're the fastest man alive.
and says, "Show me."
JDR, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
just quick mental math. If we're converting to the 6-second thing, without haste, so just the 70 feet per action
gonna-
at 3 actions per round is roughly world record pace.
Yeah,
Is this the whole building, by the way?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I cast
oh,
haste.
you know. Oh gosh, you know what's
Don't
bad?
cast haste yet.
Don't cast haste yet. I hold.
We want to know what it looks like before haste. Science.
Hold on.
Oh gosh.
We gotta have a baseline.
I'm 60 feet of movement right now, I believe. Hold on. I know the measurement's getting in the way.
So it would be
You're-
90 if you did three actions, 90
somebody-
feet in 6 seconds.
What-
That's actually not.
So hold on. Let's stop right there. That's 110. And then I gotta move the map. What do we got? 180, I think.
Yeah, you're at 180 with like at base. All 3 actions per
41.
movement is 180.
So that should be 180, like right there. All right.
In 6 seconds, that's insane.
So that's 180 right there, and then on the second round, saying I'm just moving. So I'll go
I think you have the
something.
Brialis'
you-
first
you-
spell is active by the time the question arises.
Yeah,
Oh,
you do
sh-
have
Oh, the first one,
yeah, so it's-
100%. You have an
Yeah.
extra 10.
You do have
So it's
tailwind.
210 in one round. is
Okay,
what you're at.
210. So if what was it? It was 110 like right here.
Yep.
Another 100 feet. It's a bit further. So sorry. So like right here.
hmm
Want to see
Yep.
me run around the whole building?
So do you just take her outside and lap the building?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, I just asked the AI to convert to miles per hour. That's 20 and a half. So his base without any magical accompaniment is 20.45 miles per hour.
Yes.
Feels about right.
That's 180 feet in 6 seconds. So
Cool.
you jacked him up to what, 210?
We're at slow horse speed.
We are exceptionally fast, and some of the other party members are no slouches. All right, so she asks confirmation that you're not coming with, and then says, "Very well, then I'm going to make my way back. I appreciate you sharing your tale with me. I will not spoil the Queen's surprise. I will not give her any preview, but you should expect to tell the tale again many times when you're in Ianara. It's a pleasure to have met you all. Safe travels."
Wait, before you go.
Yes.
At some point, we should totally spar. You seem like you could hold your own.
I assure you I can't.
Ah.
Exploit weakness.
Hmm.
No, I'm not going to do it now.
I know.
I can teach you.
Well,
I
Don't need weapons. You got
What-
just these.
it's not my calling.
tell you
I
what,
have I find
What
it
is your calling?
I'm a creature of the court.
yeah, we may need you to have our back when we're in the court, because that's the place where we're about as useless as maybe you feel like you'd be on a battlefield.
Toad, it would be a privilege to assist you if you run into any awkward situations. You have the disguise on right now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I will, there's no way, I mean, by reputation, I was told to expect a disfigured dwarf. And I don't know why such cruel words were spoken.
oh, well,
I will remember your face, and if I see you struggling in court, I will be happy to help you.
don't, this is magic. I just put a thing on my cover my face up so that it wouldn't be distracting.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I heard once about a elf king once who had his face all melted from a dragon and just kept a glamour on all the time to look pretty. And anyway, remember my armor, you'll recognize me, because I can't make the same face each time I do it. I just,
Right? All right.
Yeah.
As you wish. But I would be happy to help you if you run into any trouble.
You see me like rocking back and forth side to side like a little boy's got to go pee real bad. That usually means I'm uncomfortable and somebody's making me uncomfortable.
I'll be happy to help if I notice, and I'll try to
Okay.
keep an eye open.
Or it might mean I gotta go and I don't know where the bathroom is.
In which
That's
case,
still a
I'm
problem.
still happy to help. I
Okay.
could direct
Okay,
you
good.
to, I mean, it would be, but maybe go before you meet the Queen.
Well, I always try. Trying to go in the armor is real hard. Takes a long time. People
Don't-
line up for the privy.
Oh,
It's uncomfortable.
I
that's why
confess
Lamellar's the best.
these kinds of frank conversations about bodily functions make me very uncomfortable, but I understand what it's like to be out of place. And so if you're in the Queen's court or circles and you have any difficulty, I'll be sure. I might even check in and see if you're doing all right. All right.
I
bud?
like that. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you all. That was a delightful evening or
Yeah,
afternoon.
it was
Sorry,
real
morning.
nice.
I forgot. Yeah, drinking first thing in the morning appears to be something she's accustomed to.
Well, you
Mm.
can drink some of that toad water on the way back in the carriage. See how that is. Tell us how it is.
Stone.
Toad water?
Toadstone.
JDR,
the vintage.
the vintage.
It's Toadstone.
I've
Oh,
not heard of it.
Toadstone. No,
I
he
thought
just.
toad water was referring to what we were talking about earlier.
Oh. No, sorry. Not
I
toad.
gotta. I
I must
teleport
have made
away.
you real
I'm gone. I'm 1,000 feet away.
Hey.
J Dior, do you have any toadstone? Am I supposed to try toadstone?
I thought you already gave it to her.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Yeah. I wanted to do that when I was like, hey, this is where we're closer from.
I'm sorry, I missed
It's no
that.
problem.
Um,
It's no problem.
so yeah, she takes the toadstone into the carriage and makes her way.
You're
It's not
lucky
gonna-
we haven't even gotten to try that one yet.
You
First
haven't.
impressions will be something you have to ask about later. Yeah.
JT, or why did you have me pulling samples from the kegs?
You know,
Just me.
Hey,
Was it a liquor or a beer or what was it?
A wine?
I quite like to think that Toadstone is a like
Brandy.
nice earthy wine.
Ooh, okay.
Simple, strong name and just an earthy wine. Since
Oh.
Kind of like
Toad is-
a Malbec, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm.
I used to work at a
Perhaps.
winery. Sorry.
I don't think I've ever had a Malbec.
I would like
It's like
do you
peppery.
have any sort of appropriate skill for crafting alcohol that you can roll for me?
Me,
Yep.
I have alcohol lore.
That'll do.
Let me
See how this goes.
let
Don't
me
you also
see.
have alchemical crafting?
Somebody
Me,
give a little
no.
guidance.
Oh,
Maybe Varen's there doing
Oh
some.
yeah, I can
we-
cast guidance. Yeah, so that's a +1 to that.
Okay, hold
If
on.
you would
Well,
like.
let me hold on.
Here, let me go ahead and properly cast that really quickly.
Oh,
25 plus 1, so 26.
Okay. That's great. So, I mean, crafting an earthy wine could really end up being this tastes like it has dirt in it. But you managed to thread the needle between boring and contaminated. And when you get back and try it, it's actually quite enjoyable in small batches.
mm.
All right. But you don't see her first reaction. You know that you just drop that grenade in her carriage, and we'll see what happens later.
Fly on the wall.
As long as we're better than Franzia, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have some days. Is your travel plan settled?
I'm not sure. I thought,
It's
are we walking a portion of it and teleporting the rest, or are we teleporting each day?
How many miles can we even walk in a day? As far as like a full day of travel is concerned.
Oh, I don't remember. I used to know that.
I used to know that too, but we can look it up.
Because if we're going to be teleporting, I would feel bad to bring a carriage or any mounts or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to take any mounts or anything.
Yeah. Also,
I
how
mean,
much was the stipend?
I
Because
haven't
we're
looked
not
up the
using
cost.
any of the
It'd be
money
it'd be
for it.
exactly the amount that it would cost to rent a carriage journey. And I-
Ow.
We're penny
Okay.
pinchers, so we'll count it.
Yeah. So
We are
probably
penny
not even a
pinchers.
goal.
What's the slowest walking speed in the group?
I think it's 30 now.
That's 24
Yeah, I think
miles a
so.
day, unless you push yourself.
I switched.
Yeah, so that is so teleporting is required then in that case.
Or not walking. You could take horses or carriage. But walking won't get you there in time.
Lex,
Yeah.
Slang.
do you have a potency rune and resilience on your armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I can just sell my armor. Nobody wants a potency rune or
I don't think that Varen has a resilience rune on theirs. Let me
Has
double
what?
check. I don't think that Varen has a resilience rune on their armor.
yeah. You want the one off of this?
Shoot, I'll
Yeah.
take it. That's a free +1 to saving throws gladly.
Great. And then I have a potency rune.
As much as I would love one, I already have one.
Yeah. Okay.
What runes are what are your weapons currently? Just so I have a sense.
Who?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Oh, I got an axe.
Sorry, in terms of potency and striking runes.
Oh, both of mine have potency runes on them. One of them has striking. Which one did I put the striking
And
on?
then
The bow.
Toad has his geese arm. It's +2 potency striking, which is also a potency rune, and the 2 trait runes or whatever you call them. I forget what you call them, but are extending and shifting.
Okay.
Varen has a +2 striking rapier with basic striking. Greater striking is not something that we have reasonable access to yet. And then the 2 other runes are wounding and nightmare.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, the other runes I've got that aren't striking or potency. One's here, let me coat my thing with poison for an action. And the other is the wounding, so bleed damage.
Awesome.
Got a +1 potency for my hand reps.
Yep. Okay. All right. So, sorry, go ahead, Briella.
No, I think Briella like is gone for the rest of that night, like going off and like talking to people and like consulting maps. And I think the next morning Briella's like, everybody, I think I figured it out. I have a couple of different stops. All right, so there is in a temple to Catifus along the path here, and it has like a map set out. It's like, all right, so I was thinking about
good,
this.
great, because just pulling out another map and we're just cross-referencing now.
We have like multiple maps out now, and it's like circled, and it's like there's a beautiful like hike to a waterfall over here. I don't know how to get to the waterfall, but I know it's right around here.
Yeah, it's up in here. It's great. Beautiful.
So, and then there's a really good pub that I really wanted to take JDR to, and then Varen I have, and it's like circling. This is an occult library. At least 35 people have died here. I think they actually have a ghost problem. Maybe we need to solve that, but like I just thought you'd be really interested, and it's like pulling out different locations that people would be excited to go to and have fun, and like
Whole road trip.
it's a road trip, but it's if we can't walk, I just thought maybe we at least spend some of the time we're not teleporting going to places we like.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
That could very well.
That is great.
Keonan through the back door.
Absolutely. So you do that trip, and you do cure the occult library of its ghost problem, and you do enjoy a pub and a temple of Catifus. And you make your way uneventfully to Ianara, the capital of Keonan. And I think all of you would have been there before, but it's just as impressive on the 10th visit as it is on the first. It is a marvel of elven architecture, spires of green and beautiful wooden and enchanted buildings. There are even a couple of buildings that float gently just a few feet off the ground, small structures. This place has been a home to wizards of the elven tradition for thousands of years. It is incredible. And you make your way in uneventfully. At one point, a mixed group of adventurers, including a dwarf, would be the subject of immediate reaction from the sentries and guards of the elven capital. But under the queen, this is a new and open time, and you are noticed, and you are received by guards who give you an honor guard to a small town home that has been reserved for your use while you're visiting. You don't need to patronize an inn. You are given, you are near the court, given a guest residence because you are invited by the queen personally.
Ah.
And it's pretty swank. It is very, very nice. And there are staff, and they make meals, and they cater to your needs. and you're probably a couple days early.
Oh, how about that?
Could Varen find a way to get like some legal texts in an attempt to brush up on like etiquette, like basic civic stuff prior to
Easily.
the event? Absolutely.
Easily.
Wonderful.
Do you don't speak Elven?
I believe that Varen speaks Elven.
Okay.
Common, Shadow Tongue, Elven, Chthonian, and Pyrrhic.
Okay, because most of them would be in Elven if they're about Keonan etiquette and history. But yes, given that you don't have any other language needs for the book, easy.
Got it.
And no one's charging you for this. You mentioned to the house staff that you'd like to review a book, and they say it's a week-long loan from one of the local dignitaries who has an interest in such things, and just leaves it on the dining room table for you.
Wonderful.
Are we just practicing etiquette off and on over the course of the next day or so?
I think Varen is specifically researching like technicalities and like the weird situations that aren't common sense.
Not I. Can I? Can I be out promoting Toadstone in the capital?
Yes,
Jeez.
you absolutely can. I would like a diplomacy roll to see how that goes, and an esoteric lore. Oh, sorry, just a regular society's lore check from Varen.
Oh, I love it. That's one of the
Diplomacy.
only skills that Varen is not trained in.
Come on.
Yeah, you're trying to get trained in it.
I'm using a hero point. I'm using a hero point. I don't care.
Pretty nice.
Why?
There we go.
Okay.
We're gonna get killed this session, and you're gonna go, if only I had a hero point.
Too bad.
JDR absolutely sells out his entire sample stock of Toadstone. You have a sense it's partly because it's actually pretty good, and partly because it's different, and partly because the rumors are already spreading about the Guardians of Greengold being in town, and there are people who are curious and have heard of Toad, and have heard of JDR.
Fantastic.
All right. When you...
Yeah.
One moment.
Mhm.
On your first day there, Delamian comes back and talks to you at the guest residence. And she says, I'm so glad you have arrived. I'm so glad you're early. This is going to be so much fun. Do you need someone to show you around, Ianara?
That would be quite nice, thank you.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, that would be quite nice, thank you.
Yes. I have connections. I can get us into places.
Well. Don't hold back then.
We'll let you decide.
All right, let's go now. And she takes you around to various institutions of alcoholic imbibery, we'll call it, that
Girl.
are not known to anyone
Girl.
who is a visitor to Keonan or to Ianara. She takes you to wine gardens. She takes you to what could only be called wine clubs, where different wines are sampled. And people there seem to know her quite well. And there are some context clues. As you drink more and more, it gets harder and harder to make these kinds of skill rolls. But it also, the more time you spend with her, the more context clues there are. So let's find out what you learn in the course of the evening. Everyone can make a diplomacy or perception check, depending on whether you're trying to wheedle information out of people or just passively observe.
Can Toad just be a shadow because he knows he's like that's not his game?
Yeah. So
Okay.
perception's fine.
Pat, I think that past a certain point, Varen starts to hide the glasses, like part of each glass in their shadow,
Yes.
because they can just do that.
I think JDR is so boring now. He still drinks, but I think he like takes sips and actually takes notes on what he's drinking and like tries to guess it and whittle down all the ingredients that might be in it.
I'm so glad you said that, because like the entire time, I mean, Banda, sure, eavesdropping or whatever, but it's also like, what happens if you put this in this drink, or maybe if we put something like this in this?
Now,
Yeah,
JD, I hear you've used the word tannins with about everything that we've taken a sip of up to this point. What exactly are those?
Well, it's something you come to understand as you continue to work with me.
It's a beautiful person, Bren. It's called a 10 out of 10. That's what it stands for.
What?
Breathe.
Just
Breathe,
like
that's-
sobbing.
Briella, slow
You're all right.
down.
On a nat 1 perception check, Briella gets plastered, just like accidentally. Truly just like, oh my thank you very much.
Water! Somebody get her some water.
Option.
A
Sobbing.
natural 1 being a dirty 20 is insane, by the way. I think.
Yeah. It is amazing. The wine that you're experiencing is beyond anything that you would normally be able to afford. It is, and you guys are well to do. This is wines reserved for the nobility. You have to know where to go, and you need a membership to get into these places. And she's getting you into these places, partly because you're the heroes of Greengold. But Toad eventually picks up the way that she is treated, and just some passive discussions that other patrons to these places are making. You learn that she is in fact a cousin to the Queen, which may explain the access issues.
I see.
And she drinks too much,
I
and
mean,
some of you do as well. But this would be a memorable experience that would stick with you, because you're seeing a level of Keonan nightlife that would be closed to most. The next morning, you have an appointment with the Queen, and some of you wake up
Oh,
feeling
no.
a little worse for wear.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Brought some antidote just in case.
Banda, I owe you my life.
That's cheating. That's clearly
Nah. How else you gonna? You gotta be ready to pregame, and sometimes you gotta clear your system for the next bout.
Banda, I'm still drunk from yesterday. The elves, the wine elves have here makes you drunk.
Yes.
Some
So
people have been
quick.
drunk for years. Am I gonna be drunk for years?
No. Just take some of this and it'll run through your system. You'll be good.
Just squishing your face. I owe you so much.
Squishes your face back.
Thank you.
Nah, this is me. I owe you. You saved my life. Here you go.
Anytime you want me to save your life, I'll do it. Oh, I don't feel good after I drank that. I gotta go. Stumbles.
he was
falls
not
to the
kidding when he
floor.
said it'll help it run through your system.
yeah, exactly.
It's the opposite of Elvin. It's moving fast.
It is in the morning. You are attended by local tailors who want to make sure that you're presentable to the Queen. Same thing you went through before. You can take advantage of it or not. Doesn't matter. But that option is presented to you as well. There are those who are willing to coif your hair or anything else you might wish. All of this is just people attending through the woodwork, trying to get a little bit of a mention before the Queen, right? But the day passes till you're expected to attend, and Dalemian does appear and is ready to take you. And there's a honor guard again that are prepared to take you to the garden.
How powerful is this honor guard, by the way? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, that's all right. There are 6 extremely proficient guard. They look like they're these are not city guard,
Noted.
but you can ask them. Anything-
How tough
Nah.
are you? Do we get the impression they're at least as tough as Valthorn was? If not tougher than.
They carry themselves with the same confidence. They are alert. They're not just walking with you. They are watching for threats that don't exist today, but they are vigilant. You can't imagine that they're incapable of fighting if they're this professional in every other way. But they're also friendly and courteous. They're not difficult to be around. It doesn't seem like you're in a military setting. They're just quietly competent. That's what you glean.
He's cut
All right.
Elbo's toad a little bit. We gotta see if we can't get a training session with these guys.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, you do the talking.
I don't think that there's anything more refreshing than a nice morning in a sandpit.
So you are brought to the garden, and grand wooden gates made of intertwined branches of a still living tree swing open with a creaking of these living branches as they move gently to admit you. And you get the sense that maybe they wouldn't admit anyone who was uninvited. There's a flock of songbirds that flutter out as you enter, and the song adds to the melody of performers that you can hear as you come in. You are free to wander through the garden and talk to various nobles and members of the court. People are approaching you. Toad, you have the spell going from the Hat of Disguise. The rest of you are dressed as previously, roughly, but you are the guests of honor at this event. So there are hundreds of people present, including servants and nobles, and more are arriving all the time. As you walk in, people start approaching you, and some of them try to carve you off from the group to bend your ear or hear your tale directly. Everyone here is interested in what's going on, or at least in appearing interested because they know the queen is interested. One or the other.
Briella peeled off almost immediately, like not even real, like, you know, when someone like puts a CD into your hand and you're like talking and then all of a sudden they're getting your money. It's like Briella has to be rescued at some point.
Absolutely. Just
I-
no, come here.
Can
Just-
JDR sort of do his best to project the most openness and like approachable energy as compared to the rest of the party, and sort of do the rescuing as time goes by?
Absolutely. Yeah, you need a couple
Yes.
of social buddies in the group to keep things on track, because there are people who will try to capitalize on the conversation of Briella.
I'm not stupid. I just do it because every time anyway. Like, I know it's a trap, but I still fall for it every time.
I do it because I believe in it, you know?
Just it's hard. Sometimes you want to see where it goes.
It's an investment you don't understand.
It's not a good investment. It's just you want to know.
He said I couldn't lose. There is a darker tone to the conversation, however, that motivates some of those present to be asking questions, because Kyonin still feels under threat. There's this rumor that the Whispering Tyrant has been trying to invade Kyonin and all the other nations on the coast of the lake. And so you hear people talking about that in darker tones, but you're all asked, what do you think the Whispering Tyrant will do next? Is this a real danger? Or is Kyonin under threat here? Do we have a new enemy in the Whispering Tyrant?
It kind of seems like it. Yeah, I mean,
Is
all
it
those
new if
barges.
he's been here the whole time?
just checking, he's feeling everybody's defenses out to see who's weakest, and then take a big shot at that one who's weakest. That's what I'd do, and then get a toehold on the continent. That's probably what he's doing.
I didn't imagine that after the fall of Lastwall that we would be next. I just fear for my family, my homeland. I mean, you're so brave for fighting ghouls, but I don't know that I could do it.
Well, you're so brave for living with courtiers. I know I couldn't do that. Everybody's got their own role in this,
Thank you. I am brave. It's hard sometimes. They can be vicious.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hey, I think I said something good.
The note of
darker tones. While we're listening and talking and sharing our tales, Banda actually is trying to suss out one point of interest, and that is who might have been invested in seeing those battle mages fail. We were told they were ambushed, and that is incredibly troubling.
Oh yeah. How did they? Who did that?
We can backtrack a little bit. If you investigated that the day of or the day after, it would just be a diplomacy check to get the details, and not a difficult one. So roll that up.
Okay.
Let's see how much detail you get.
Is this a
it's-
multiple person diplomacy check, or is it just?
Nope. Nope. That makes sense.
It's not a multiple. It is not. It is a multiple person diplomacy check. Anyone can roll if you're
Oh, it
investigating
is
it.
wonderful. Glad to hear it.
Each of you has different ways of getting information.
Talking to people usually isn't it for Banda. At
Yeah,
least
Vern's
not
method-
nicely.
Yeah,
Vern
you
gets
talk. You ask
information from
Commander,
weird
you know,
places.
what happened to the wizards, and he said they're dead.
Yeah. Yep. There they are.
What else is there to say? Yeah, but how did they die? Well, they were ambushed. You get exactly no new information, Banda.
Just
Verandas.
water wheel.
So there was it was a combination of things, but it's a little bit puzzling. So the wizards were slain by ghouls in their tent, but the ghouls were not ghouls that came ashore. They appeared inside the tent
Oh,
Hmm.
sheesh.
in significant numbers. So if you remember when you got to the battle site, that wizard's tent was damaged. That was as a result of that before you arrived.
Like they teleported in?
Something like that.
Yeah, Varen would have pulled Briella aside to like try to scan for like signs of a summoning or signs of a teleportation to see like whether or not it was like a teleportation or if somebody was present that summoned them in that tent.
Yeah, there'd be no way to determine that after the fact.
Mhm.
But there's no lingering magic aura left that would be possible to identify exactly which had occurred.
In this game, ghouls can be like users of magic and things, right? They
Correct.
yeah,
Okay.
kind of more like vampires in that way.
Well,
Interesting.
the ghouls can have like that.
So less like a shambling corpse and
Yeah.
more like a white or something.
Well, the dragon was
Yeah.
a ghoul, and so was basically the Grave Knight was.
Oh.
But I mean, ghoul is a type
Yeah.
of creature, not a.
Correct.
Okay.
And they're intelligent and can have skills.
They can be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So one of
Yeah.
them, geez, could have been a wizard.
Yeah. The only like universal thing about ghouls is that they're undead and they haunt graveyards and eat corpses, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh well, although they don't have to haunt graveyards, as we've seen, like that's the typical ghoul, but they can be intelligent leveled, class leveled undead.
Yikes.
That's not fun.
So,
Nope.
in this conversation back to the garden party, you are given this barrage of questions, and you get the sense very quickly that people are trying to find out if the group is as amazing as their reputation tells, whether you're the heroes that are described by the reports they've had, and they're testing you, and they're asking. Every group is asking you to retell the tale of the battle, as well as, pardon me, your prior exploits. So how much do you share, and are you trying to persuade them that are you trying to underplay it, or are you trying to talk yourselves up, or just tell it truthfully? Each of you make a
Every-
determination, and if you're trying to embellish it, make a deception roll. If you're trying to honestly do it, you can, or to talk it down, you can make a diplomacy check.
Well, Toad's just gonna say what he knows, except for the part about disintegration. He wouldn't have seen that anyway.
Okay.
But I think it would have come out in conversation. But since Briella clearly wants to play that down, he just won't mention that. He'll just say, you know, Briala and who else was over there?
Bandit.
JDR. And
No,
who?
it was Banda and Varan because
Oh,
JDR
okay,
was,
yeah.
I
That's right.
think, on the dragon at that point.
Yep.
Right.
That's right.
Learning how to fly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And to JDR's credit, successfully flying just in a downward direction at high speed.
Falling with
Yeah,
style.
not great.
That's how the story tells it.
So that's how Toad's going to handle it. I don't
Okay.
know. The rest
So-
of you, I'm sure, have.
You can
More
still make a
nuance.
diplomacy roll.
Mhm.
Oh,
Briala, what
Okay.
were you doing with Laura Elf and your diplomacy roll of 15?
Lore Elf was for the teleporting ghouls. What happened to the wizards?
Okay, all right.
So 15 diplomacy.
Yeah, are you trying to
Um,
talk it up or talk it down or just play it
Trying to
straight?
talk it down, and I think
Okay.
failing as it gets more hype. No,
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
almost
do
the most-
anything.
Yeah, that is almost the most interesting result because they immediately pick up on the fact that you're being coy and trying to diminish the amount of skill that was used, and so some of their eyes go wide when you describe things casually that you did as if they were no big deal and trying to play down while explaining some things that were clearly pretty impressive.
and
so
Toad rolled a 6, so he probably just blurted it out. Well, I couldn't
Yeah.
see a damn thing, but then Briala just pointed her finger and poof, he's gone. I guess that's what they said anyway. I'm kind of getting nervous. I'm probably saying too much.
Now, to Banda's credit, he's just every version of the telling is at least slightly different, and how much is embellishment and how much is truth is
that's great. I love it.
So funny.
I think JDR goes for a unique approach to embellishment, which is I really try to big up anybody who's like helped us doing anything and make it seem like they had a more significant portion. Basically, like we wouldn't have been able to get this done without our allies. Like when I talk about the battle at the beach, I mentioned the commander and I say that, you know, such strong leadership from him, really keeping all those extra ghouls off our backs as we were able to scoop in and just take care of the ones that were really nearby. We whittled them down, and he was always able to just keep the rest off us, make sure we were never crowded too much. Without our allies, we, the Green Guard, truly would have been lost.
The post-game talk back with the
Wow,
you scored a
that's
lot of touchdowns in
fascinating.
that game. How did you?
Yeah. I think that Varen goes
Holy
the route
crap.
of like kind of one for one, but also like downplaying specifics, but also kind of derails it and like distracts by the mention of like going into the weird shit of it and just like, so the thing about my shadow is I don't like it when it's partially severed from my body because it's a little bit more corporeal than see feel my shadow like lifts their like see it's more solid. Correct. So I don't necessarily like that, and these creatures appeared to have the ability to take it from me, and I don't know if I'm going to be teleported to the plane of shadow if it's entirely severed, or what's going to happen. Or
Oh,
Fantastic.
Hey,
Touch my
should I use
shadow.
my hero point since everybody rolled so much better than I did?
I feel like that's a trap.
Toad got a
It's
6.
it's okay. It's good.
So there's some really interesting interpretations that go on here, but for those who were paying particular attention among the Elvish nobility with the responsibility to actually assess your capabilities, they saw through your deceptions and your downplaying, and they got a very authentic impression of how impressive that battle was.
Good.
18, 19, and 20 were the 3 rolls.
wow.
Oh, best.
They
Oh,
also
this
fear.
exactly based on your descriptions identified the nature of the opposition you were facing in terms of greater shadows rather than just shadowy creatures.
Yep.
They know that you were facing something dangerous and that you excelled, and that also that you exhibited yourself, you described yourself with modesty and grace, which is exactly what some of them would not expect from a jumbled group of adventurers from a rural city on the edge of Keonan.
We there's no braggarts in our group.
No, and You're
Nah,
playing
you're
against
right.
the reputation of a dwarf or anyone who's not in their circle, but there is a clear admiration from those gathered in terms of how you describe your accomplishments. Do you go back into your prior adventures as well at all when asked to do so?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
At least
yeah, those. Oh my gosh, those nobles.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
that in particular, yeah.
Mm.
100%, just a whole lot of yeah, no, that was a whole thing. Just years being harassed by those jerks.
And
Well,
then
and
who's
the
the
fact that
one
one of them
that's
was a
still,
demonologist, right?
Yeah.
two of them, and one of them's still out there, right?
You don't know that he's a demonologist.
Oh, okay.
We know he's an occult researcher. He's very
That's
interested in
correct.
it. We just don't know to what extent.
He showed none of his abilities. He just left.
Yeah.
Now, has Briella been sending nightmares his way on occasion out of curiosity?
That's a question.
Someone asks, I'll do it, but
Let me
No,
tell
I
you
think
about a
that's
guy
too
named
risky.
Tormigan.
Not a
Yeah,
terrible
just every
guy,
once
but
in a while,
also-
Tormigan gets a bad one.
Tormigan just all of them are like JD Orr, like putting him out of business, like competing alcoholic business, or basically beating him to death.
Drinking him under the table.
Mm.
Just the
Fantastic.
coffers slowly going lower and lower.
Yep. All right. There is the music in the background comes to a crescendo, and then there's a change to a glorious note of an entrance. Another gate opens like the other one, living trees, parting ways, almost as if there were treants or tree folk that are permanently ensconced here as gates that have the ability to move their branches to admit the queen. A beautiful array of songbirds precedes her as she walks into the garden with her entourage. You will, I'll share her picture so that you can see her, because she's the queen. She makes an entrance and she makes an appearance. And she looks a little bit different from the average elf. She's also faintly glowing. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we get this working. We're gonna re-reveal Delamian, first of all. And that is
Wood.
Delamian, the courtier who welcomed you. Did you say
I do
wood?
like those. Yes, I
Yeah,
do like
there's
those
something,
those
you know?
leaf tattoos though. They're very
Yeah.
nice.
It's very nice.
Oh,
Very,
you know,
very
I
good,
think they very well might be a. There's a type of tattoo that's floral. It has various enchantment effects.
Ah, not
Lesbians.
It depends on the type of flower it depicts.
The kind.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah, she's real pretty.
All right, and we're gonna try again to reveal Queen Telendia.
Oh boy.
Just so good though.
Better than the last.
She looks slightly unhinged in like the perfect
Yes!
way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The best way.
Can
Looks like
Varen
one.
fix her?
Mhm. Oh,
No.
I think no. I
No.
think that she
why would
would
you
make
want
Varen
to?
worse.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
He-
she's got the same kind of tattoo I got under the eyes. That's the sun sight. I got
Oh.
that
I
tattoo
think you might
too.
be right.
We're soulmates. I think she and I are soulmates. Probably.
I believe that 100%.
I will
You have
back
to
your
get in
play.
Yeah, if
She
romance
has-
was
Beyond the image, she has a presence.
Mhm.
And it's, I mean, there's something that goes along with just the fact that she's now the center of attention as she appears, and
Oh.
that she's got, a fanfare. That kind of helps. But there's also a glow to her that's magical, and there's a glow to her that's just force of personality.
Hmm.
So,
Oh shoot! I just realized the sun sight lets her see through illusions. So
She'll
it
see the true you.
absolutely does.
yeah. So that's okay. She's not like flinching or nothing.
All right.
These people.
We'll leave roll 20 behind for a moment, and we're going to focus on what happens next.
That sounds ominous.
Yeah, I can't look away from her.
she's
very
magic.
striking. The melody of the performers is perfectly attuned to her movements, and you don't know if that's because of her natural grace or because of the skill of the musicians who are playing her in. But it creates a really intense effect. And she immediately approaches. Others back away from each of you so that you can congregate as she approaches you directly. The guards that come in escorting her, they do not linger by her side closely. She comes right up with a big smile right up to you. And she says, "Ah, the heroes of Greengold, please do join me at my table." And
Yeah, okay.
off on the side, you can see that tables are being erected very rapidly, and food is already coming out, as well as wine of all description, which may not have the normal reaction after last night that some of you would normally show when lots of wine suddenly appears.
Be sure to pace yourself.
Yep. Okay.
Fortunately, there is food, and the food is great. And she sits down across from all of you. The table is designed so that she is equidistant from each of you. And she gives a charming smile and says, I really don't mean to be rude in going straight to what I'm most interested in, but I've heard that you've told others your tale and the details of the battle for which you've become famous. I've heard that you've had other exploits as well, and I've heard none of them. Please, do tell me. And she passes a very intense gaze over each of you as she's clearly assessing and paying attention.
Is the food already out? Are people eating?
It's coming out, and so things are being presented, and she picks up a glass of wine just as it appears and just swirls it.
Well, let's start from the beginning. JDR has assumed that nobody else in the party is going to be able to handle the sort of intense gaze. So
10 out
yes,
of 10.
let's start right from the beginning, shall we?
Yeah,
Of course. You have my afternoon.
All right,
Toad's
so
just gonna start drinking water a lot so he can't speak. His mouth is occupied.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
There is an
yeah.
interesting dynamic to this as well, in that her cousin and a couple of others sit next to her, but most of the other nobles and courtiers and other attendees of prestige are nowhere near where they can hear what you're saying,
Oh,
and
Wow.
and would very much like to be.
All right, so we first get into town. Each of us is there for different reasons. I think Baron started there.
Yes, I was a researcher within the library and everything like that. I spent a lot of my time over in Greengold. Well, my entire life for the most part. I was just a researcher.
A learned one. Excellent.
I would consider myself as such.
And Banda, by your reputation, a bit of a nomad?
Yeah. Spent time up in Ustalat for a bit, a little bit in Belkson. Kind of a short stint in the Gravelands. Got the heck out of the Gravelands. My goodness, stayed out of there. And then I wound up here. Well, Greengold.
Right. I'm so glad you chose to make a home in Greengold. It was an experiment, and many of my advisors were against opening Kyonin to outsiders. But the five of you have, working together, have proven me right, I think.
I mean, if
Briella,
your advisors are complaining about opening your borders or whatever, that sound a lot like that Valthorn chud.
There are definitely traditions of xenophobia among the elves, for which I bear great shame and a motivation to change.
Makes sense, though. You know, y'all just came back here. Of course, you're gonna be, cautious.
Toad,
Oh shit!
tell me about
Shouldn't have
yourself.
said nothing. What? Sorry.
Tell me all about you.
Oh. Well. Oh, that's a long story. Let's just start.
I don't mean to make you uncomfortable. Just tell me the parts you want to.
Oh, well. Well, I wasn't always a great person, but let's forget about that part. I had a vision. One time, I was just working for the dwarves' closest city, up in the mountains, and I was a scout, just making sure the borderlands is good, and I had a vision of Catifus, and well, changed my life. Gave me a chance to make up for some things, and so I've been trying hard to do that, and moved to Greengold, so close to a shrine there, and started training, and I don't know, just kind of like Banda, I didn't really choose the place. It just kind of chose me, and
Just keep finding my way back here. Just
yeah, that's right. Things just anyway. I'm grateful for the chance at making up for some things maybe when I was a youth that wasn't the best things I ever did.
We all make choices and learn from them. As the queen is talking to you, Delamian puts a reassuring hand on your shoulder. She has moved to next to you, and she's giving you a nod as if to say you're doing fine.
Inside Toad's head, he's like, "Shut up! What are you talking about? You haven't even told your friends about this yet." And she's like, "Pretty woman looks at you and you start babbling, you stupid fool. Quick, drink some water."
But Delamian, true to her word, she does try to reassure you that you're doing fine. The
That's
queen's
so
cousin
nice.
is trying to do her best to help you out. But the queen has an intensity, and she does say, we make our decisions and we learn from them, whether they succeed or not. But Toad, the thing that struck me most when I heard reports, and of course I get intelligence reports about anyone who comes to see me, was that you are in fact dedicated to Catifus. And the fact that a dwarf would be open to a vision from an elven deity is truly impressive. It shows an open-mindedness that matches my own goals for erasure of the differences that falsely divide us and inclusion of the commonalities, which is defense of home and those you care about. Sorry, I'm going on too long, but I wanted to express my admiration. You are, by reputation, brave and selfless, and your dedication to Catifus speaks volumes about your openness as well. It is an honor to meet you.
He just kind of bows his head silently, doesn't know what to say about that.
Of course, right? Like, this is, yeah.
I don't
He's a
know
good
about
man.
She relents her attention from you and goes back to Banda.
He was this close to saying, "I love you." He did. He got the water up quick.
Dang.
Awesome.
And she goes back to Banda. She says, I have to say, I've always had an admiration for adventurers. Of course, as the heir to the throne and the queen of Kyomen, I could never indulge those sorts of impulses. But
You
as a
don't
child,
probably get to
I've read...
travel much.
Sorry?
You probably don't get to travel that much. Like,
I don't. And so as a youth, I read stories, adventure tales, and now as an adult, I hear of selfless heroism like this that serves my people and my lands, and I'm just I have intense admiration. What's your background? You seem to have a lot going on, and I have been unable to obtain much in the way of reports other than you have facility with arms and and in the woods.
Oh, I yeah, just parents travel. I travel. I don't know. You go where you go, and then you settle for a bit, and then you leave. Except keep coming back here, so it's weird.
There's more to it than that. You have Dromar tusks. You have a certain
Yeah, that's from Ma.
a ruggedness that's impossible to ignore.
Yeah. Ma was an adventurer. Oh, did you hear that there's some Akuji elves around? Down at Point South. So, yeah,
Yes.
my dad
course.
was one of them. Ma was one of the orcs from Wangi. Yep. So they were demon hunters, and then they headed off together.
That's marvelous. I've heard none of this.
Demon hunters. I never did either. Well,
Oh yeah, no, that's just kind of what they did. Except she went more towards undead, and once she started getting up there, easier to kill a undead thing than a thing that just banishes itself and then comes back later.
Demons are pure evil. They're destruction and chaos, and for anyone to dedicate their lives to fighting such atrocities, that is impressive. You come by your adventuring skills and motivations. Honestly, I see. Impressive.
Not like I could take up a trade.
Briella, tell me about yourself.
Your Majesty, there's there's nothing to be said. Respectfully, Your Majesty, I think I might have been born in Green Gold a long time ago. And I returned here in search of my mother after living with my father.
I see. Interesting group of people. A scholar, a warrior, and dedicated to Catifus, a wanderer, a wizard, local to Greengold. JDR, you are perhaps the biggest mystery.
Am I?
I think so.
I feel like everything about me is very on the surface. Bit of a, I own a tavern. I do my monthly duties, but generally I'm pretty normal.
I guess what I'm saying is the fact that you gathered as a group and aligned yourselves. You all reside together as well, I think?
Yeah, at the moment.
That just kind of happened.
Well, I don't want to... I'm not going to cut the conversation short, but I would like to sample some of the food. We should all do that. People go to great effort to make this kind of fare, and it's designed to impress. So don't hesitate to eat. Please don't stand on formality.
I'm not so glad she said that, because Vanda has been just kind of trying to surreptitiously nibble on things.
Yeah.
So she keeps looking back at him, and it's like...
Exactly. No one is expecting you to have any knowledge of etiquette or how a courtier is supposed to behave. You're adventurers, and you're here to be celebrated for your heroic acts. Don't leave hungry, and enjoy the food. But I have some gifts while you're eating that I'm going to describe to you. These are things that I know you weren't expecting. But I believe that, well, I think it's important to acknowledge bravery. Most nobles in the Kionan families have their position because of some ancient act of heroism similar to what you performed, or some service to the crown. So I don't see any reason why you should not be at least awarded some kind of acknowledgement for what you've done. I've heard some rumors about a Lord Valthorn local to Greengold. And my understanding is that you discovered that he was a demonologist and had him, or had allegiances with demons, and you put an end to him in a most gruesome way. Could you describe that in detail for me?
Oh, the
How,
gruesome
how
part.
detailed?
I think maybe after we're done eating, that might be
I
better.
probably for the best. Probably for the
Your
best.
Majesty.
Very well.
Bren like almost just starts going into it, and then the moment that like Brialis is like, let's wait until after, they just
I'm like
But
holding
the
a cut of
summary
meat.
is real piece of work. Sucked. Terrible. Wanted power, all that usual stuff.
I'd heard some whispers even before you acted, and I'm glad you acted in the way that you did. Although your actions will have made enemies among some elements of the Elvish nobility, so you must be careful. I'll do what I can to protect you, but there are some who are irrational with respect to these things.
Yeah.
But his estate now lies unclaimed. Sorry, there are some family members that are claiming it, but I have ultimate discretion in these things. What do you say?
I mean, if families got claim, it is their house.
Not only at the suffrage of the Queen.
You know what I think? I
But
think
no
that
one's
sounds
living there.
fantastic.
I think that absolutely sounds lovely as well. It would be. I've been running out of space in my library, to be perfectly honest, and I've been looking to expand it.
You've
I've
been
been
running
being
out of space in your library and the kitchen and the front hall and the courtyard. Yeah.
And my room. You started putting books in my room. Don't think I didn't realize all those books weren't mine.
Yeah, and it's. I think it's worth noting that Bren is not deterred by the Queen at all. They aren't looking the Queen in the eyes as they speak to them. They're specifically speaking to her shadow as they speak to anybody. But it's also worth noting that Varen does a lot of speaking with their hands, and all of like the fork and knife work is being done with their shadow. So like the fork and knife is being held with their shadow, like taking small little bites as they're very like animated speaking with their hands.
Awesome.
Is the shadow feeding itself, or does it occasionally bring
Oh
a
no,
bite to you?
it occasionally brings the bite to Varen.
Occasionally.
She would find that fascinating. She finds all of you fascinating. She explains that the rest of the Valthorn lands will be divided among relatives, but the actual mansion and grounds in Greengold are now yours, and she has a servant hand over the actual deed to the property.
Oh, that is incredibly generous. Thank you.
I'll take that. I've actually done something like this before. You might have heard of a man named Tormagan.
Hang on. Your tavern's yours, but I
definitely
specifically
hasn't.
requested that.
You may have heard of this tavern I got.
I stole.
It's not theft.
Surely news has reached the capital.
And if
of
you
my
haven't heard of
acquisition
it
the
before, let
tavern.
me tell you, it was one of the most pleasurable experiences of my life to take the tavern right out from under him.
Now for today's sponsor, JD Orr's Tavern.
Exactly.
It's not.
Hey, Jason, can you run up a quick advert for JD Orr's Tavern?
Tumblr, yeah, tavern Tumblr.
We need-
Tumblr Tales Tavern.
Just a quick, full-scale advert.
Gosh,
Insert
I might as well
the-
mock up a freaking poster.
Oh, like a
Just
page
put it
in the
in the-
Gazetteer.
We're gonna have official sponsors, but they're all in the realm of Golarion.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be
Yeah, no, it's
sick.
our own newspaper, JD Orr's Tavern.
Crap, we do have a
Exactly.
newspaper.
We do.
Yeah.
You do. In fact, the sharp-eyed among you will notice that one of the servants who's attending and handing her documents has a couple of copies of your newsletter and the Green Gold Gazette.
Which copies?
yeah, that was a good time.
Which copies?
One's particularly about Valthorn.
Good.
Okay.
That was a good one. That was what. Honestly, that is one of my proudest moments. Is when
Oh,
we did
I think that comic is some of Brialla's best work, if I'm being perfectly
so
honest.
good.
It's very,
so good.
very wonderful.
I mean, look at her. Look at that woman. Just. Ugh.
The caricature is just wonderful.
It actually is, of course. Salival, she talks a little bit about Salival contemptuously, and she says, "Do you know she's still applying to be a member of my court?"
You're joking.
I am not.
Shameless.
I'm
It's at
not
the point where I'm
entirely-
almost tempted to accept temporarily, just to see what she has to say.
Is there a way for you to accept her into your court in a way where she doesn't really have any say or weight or power or anything like
Of course. But
Do
I think that would be perhaps unduly cruel. She's already lost everything in terms of credibility.
She
that?
can
I have-
It's
stand
all
this
up to
a
how
little
much you're
more.
willing to pay for a joke.
No.
I'm under scrutiny for everything I do, Varen. Those who oppose me will judge the fact that I'm having a friendly bit of banter with the five of you. They judge everything. Anything they can do to discredit me because they want to go back to the old ways. So I have to be very careful. And she briefly looks at Banda and says, I cannot interact with anyone the way I'd prefer to. I have another gift for each of you. JDR, and she's handed, she's off to be handed, but she gestures for a servant to provide you with a bundle.
Oh.
Times like these where I wish Banda was more magically inclined, because something about the way she said that seems very strange.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Heroes deserve proper implements of their trade. It's light, feels like cloth wrapped in cloth.
Keep a billowing.
Well, now I'm very curious.
You open it?
Open it up.
Yeah, I'll open it.
Show
In-
us.
Inside, you see some hand wraps that are deep blue with very subtle yellow stars all through them.
Hang on.
Hand wraps.
Let me take a look at those. Are those?
Whoa.
Are those what I think they are?
I think JDR is actually speechless.
They're beautiful. The craftsmanship is amazing.
Magical artifacts is a terrifying gift to get, by the way. Like that, oh my gosh.
They're not artifact level, but they're enchanted.
Okay.
They are enchanted for sure. Banda just wants very much to be like, ooh, let me see these.
Do you let Banda touch your new hand wraps? Does anyone
Just
have
the
the
biggest
ability?
puppy eyes. The biggest puppy eyes.
Does anyone
Which probably
have
isn't
the
very
ability
effective.
to identify magical items?
Oh, I can potentially. I have crafting of magical items,
Hold on.
which I could probably leverage to lore of magical items.
I believe I can as well with Arcana. I spend 10 minutes.
So you can use different arcana, nature, occultism, or religion. This would be most suitable for arcana given their construction.
Okay,
Please.
I'll give it a shot.
Oh.
Sorry, not that one. This one. There we go.
Oh,
We won't go to the
Still
roll
not
20
great.
page, but I'll just, if you can just announce your results.
Occultism 21.
Okay.
And Briella eyeing it from across the table, 39 with Arcana.
39. They're,
I mean, it's not hard to. Banda is literally it's allowed. Just
There's
it's-
nothing particularly unusual about them or challenging. They are +2 hand wraps of striking.
Nice.
What?
Wow, that's great.
there we go. That is an upgrade.
Yeah. That's gonna be
lucky you.
Toad,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Come on, put him on, put him on.
we're going down the line.
yeah.
you're brought a weapon. You use a poleaxe, is it?
Yeah, it's a
Like he's
disarm.
Yes. They didn't have this with them. You would have noticed them carrying it, but someone comes in with a guisarme that is made of dark wood with a cold iron head, and they ceremoniously present it to you.
Oh, that's a good
She nods.
demon sticker.
The craftsmanship on that.
Oh, that's
It's-
pretty.
It's definitely never been scratched or used. It is not something they stumbled across. Someone had this made.
Oh my.
Hmm.
This is, I assume that, you know, cold iron has various grades.
Yeah, so I don't recall which one it is. I'll check it.
I think the way it works is you can't put runes on anything that is not of a, like there's, I don't know, 3 grades. The first one you can't put any runes on. Second one you can put 1 rune on. Third one you can put 2 runes on, but they're all like of increasing quality.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry about this because it already has runes on it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, wow. That's
Should I do another Arcana check on it?
Yep.
Perfect, perfect. Didn't want to presume. Wop wop, just 30.
What do you mean, wop wop?
wop
That's a
wop.
30.
I rolled the 7, you know. So
It's the
like,
same. +2 potency, +1 striking. Or +2 potency striking. So that's
Nice.
basic striking.
Nice. Oh,
It is not an enhanced grade of it's the standard grade, but somehow they've enchanted it with 3 runes.
right. And
Elven Smiths.
so they could,
That's
I could transfer the 2 quality runes onto it.
Yes, you could.
Oh, that's
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 oh.
I'm speechless.
These are rewards suitable to the heroes of Greengold. There's also clearly some political motivations here.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
just kind of whisper
Do you-
over to Varen. Do you feel like we're about to be asked to do something really, really hard?
That's an interesting observation, Brianna.
No.
Let's
and-
just
Brianna's
just stow
excited.
that away for
Slowly.
later.
Oh no.
And
Oh, no.
I think that Varen has like developed like basic signs, like basic like tappings, like basic tapping communication that they can use their shadow for, like on their allies' like legs for like covert purposes. Varen's shadow is just going to like snake under and like tap twice on Brianna's leg for yes.
Yeah.
Your shadow is thumping their leg like they had too much caffeine.
Lex,
Yep.
you are brought an axe. Very similar in style and design to the axe you already have. But just, again, dark wood handle, a bit of a mithril filigree through the axe head. It's a battle axe you use normally?
Yeah, the big 2-hander.
Yeah. You're presented with an axe.
Huh.
Same runes, +2 potency and striking.
Yeah, all right. But you don't get an axe unless you're expected to use it, so. Okay.
I think brave adventurers need tools befitting of their motivations and their skills. That's all.
That's fair.
You are not beholden to me for anything, if that's what you mean. And
Oh no, beholden, but it'd be kind of rude not to. I don't know.
I'm not asking you to use your axe against anyone. I promise you.
Or anything. Come on, not even one.
I'm not.
Insight check.
Aw.
Go for it.
That would be diplomacy, correct? Or
Yep.
Gotcha.
You're about to
Not
find
even a
out she's
really
not
big
asking.
mushroom?
25. This is the
She's
queen. A 25 is
commanding.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, no, if she's trying to be subtle, that's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Unless it's a 2 rolled.
Yeah.
No,
it-
even with a 2 roll.
even with a 2, she needed to be just one lower.
What a queen.
Yeah, no, that's the queen. There's no way a 25 does it. No.
No, to be fair, Banda is mostly just bantering. It's like not even like a mushroom, not even a bush. Come on.
A nice treat.
It's just a gift, an acknowledgement of appreciation, and an acknowledgement of your skills. And it's also performative. I give you gifts as rewards for brave actions in defense of Kionan. It encourages others to do likewise. There is a cynical side to this, I will admit. It's part of the role of being queen. But even if I weren't queen, if this was within my power, you would have this gift anyways. Briala, I'm afraid I don't know what to give a mage that's on par, but one of the things I had considered was simply a staff if you use one, but I've not heard what you use other than spells. I'm happy to provide access to spell research facilities here in Ianara if that's of interest to you, or a staff with similar enchantments if you prefer.
Your Majesty, that would be an honor beyond compare. I'd be happy to take you up for that.
I have some magical talents of my own, and I know how difficult it can be to find the right spell for a purpose. Let us know what you're looking for.
Of course. Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you. Goes to say something else and then cuts off.
Yeah. She smiles. Bren, I'm told you already have a well-enchanted blade. Is that true?
Well, yes, it is my it's my implement. I do my best to make sure that it is as effective as possible. Yes.
My advisors were not able to recommend a particular gift suitable and for your purposes and comparable to those I've had for others, but we elves have the ability to craft incredible armor that is both beautiful to wear and very protective. Is there something you would ask for?
I would greatly appreciate armor. Absolutely, something that allows me to remain nimble without any without weighing me down too terribly much. And of course, the protective nature is always beneficial. I do find myself rather exposed on the front line at times.
So she invites you to work with her advisors, and basically you can let me know roughly equivalent value what you're looking for.
Gotcha.
Same with you, Briala. But moving on, the conversation goes on for hours. She drills each of you with respect to your history, your background, your prior adventures, who else in Green Gold can be trusted. She starts delving into any intelligence you can offer with respect to who's helpful and not helpful, who's loyal and not loyal to the crown in Green Gold, and she gathers all kinds of information that way. And you can see that some of her advisors are paying close attention and even taking notes. And then,
Did the commander ever leave from his or return from his absence?
all right. So the commander has come back, but you haven't really crossed paths with them during the 5 days before you left. But you are aware that they're back safe and speaking at length with Serthal about the attack and trying to coordinate with militia, similar to the sorts of activities that you were doing. So you might have met them in passing, but not had an opportunity for any kind of detailed conversation.
Just business.
Yeah. So the meal is amazing. The queen does eat daintily, but she seems to be so engrossed in the conversation that she doesn't eat a lot. But you have there's amazing food, including a crisp autumn salad with hearty roasted pine nuts, gently braised venison cutlets and rich wine sauce, delicate honey lattice made to look like the Queen's crown, placed atop a small scoop of emerald mint sorbet served to each of you on a plate. Just incredible food, incredible beverages, and the Queen.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
just realizing I've never had a sorbet before.
You must try it. Of course, it takes magic to craft properly, but it's good. It's really an experience. So, I don't often get to speak frankly with people, and I don't often get an opportunity to let my guard down outside of my advisors and my immediate family. I want to thank you for accepting my invitation. I want to thank you for coming all this way, and I want to thank you again for your service to Greengold. She nods to her cousin and says, I must go, for I have other things I must do. And if I could, I would go out and see the sights of Ianara with you tonight. I really wish I could. You've been delightful company and conversation. Thank you all. A pleasure.
And thank you very much.
She
Our
stands up.
pleasure.
She nods. She doesn't expect any bows or anything like that. She seems to be just on friendly terms, and she leaves with her escort.
Good luck in the job.
Let us know if you want to get brunch again sometime, Your Majesty.
So Delamian sidles over into the seat the Queen was occupying and leans forward, and she says, The Queen would like you to meet her in Greengold in a week's time. She has a favor to ask of you.
Okay.
He's gonna come to Greengold.
She's going to come to
Hey.
Greengold.
Do we need to prepare like
Should
a
take her to the
feast for
tea
her?
house.
You do not need to prepare a feast for her.
She-
Although I guess we
Yes.
now have a manner appropriate.
We have
for
a
it.
manner
Yeah.
appropriate to
So-
our station. We have to prepare. Oh my gosh, we gotta
Yeah,
get
so-
back.
She's not going to stay with you. Don't worry.
But I want it to be nice enough that she'd want to stay with us. You know what I mean?
We should probably get some
Three
guards.
days of teleportation. That means that we have, what, 3 or 4 days to get
No,
that
I could
map
do it in
working
one
order?
day.
You
What?
know.
You can do it in one
Yeah, I
day?
can do it in one day, and I just thought we wanted to go on an adventure. I have 2
I
spell
did.
slots at 6th level. I could have just gotten us there in one day.
I could have promoted
No.
so much more.
I know.
No,
I'm so
that's-
sorry. I thought you wanted to go to the pub.
Go
Yeah,
to the
that
libraries
was
here.
nice.
We
All
want
right.
adventure. We want time. If everything's too quick, it's boring.
She leans forward. She lets this banter occur, and then she says, The Queen has in mind to host a council of nations in Greengold to talk about the threat posed by the Whispering Tyrant and these ghoulish plague ships, to try to propose a treaty or an alliance. There's no way that the actual leaders of each of the countries bordering the lake will attend. So she has a plan.
And-
Have lesser personages with no binding authority attend to negotiate this agreement, and she plans to give you the authority to bind Kionan to the treaty, thinking that perhaps an eclectic group of heroes like yourselves might be able to persuade the other nations of the real danger, having faced it yourselves. So you are being delegated authority to represent the nation of Kionan in what are essentially treaty talks to be held in Greengold.
I think this is the first time in this entire outing that Banda has like sobered up and gotten a serious expression, because council treaty.
What could possibly go wrong?
We have the nicest estate. We have to hold the talks. We have to get. All right, everybody, on the morrow.
There was a reason for that gift.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Still a
Hey,
good gift.
hey, can you maybe send some, some elves from the court who know how to like throw a party and set up stuff?
I'm sure we can sort that out. Yes.
I'm sure Briala is, knows all about that kind of thing, but she sure would take some of the stress out of it for her if there was some people here from the capital come to, coach.
It's been
Perhaps
thought through.
a construction crew, perhaps? Can we get a basement put in for the estate within these 7 days out of curiosity? We spent a lot of time and money
hang on.
constructing a basement for our original estate, and
Hang
it
on.
feels...
I'm pretty sure Valthorn's place got a basement.
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
At the
it's
very
got a
least, they got a
dungeon.
wine cellar.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know
real-
what I would expect to find in such a basement.
I know.
I don't know,
At the
but I'm
very
gonna
least, we
find
need
out.
to make sure that it's passable.
Yeah.
Right.
You got it.
In answer to your questions, there's a budget for the entertainment. I don't think you're going to have to worry too much about that. None of the guests from other countries, if they accept the invitation, will be accommodated in your estate, but the meetings will happen.
God.
And
Okay,
now,
good.
let me understand. The queen, she'll be there for part of it, but not. Then she's gonna leave, and we're gonna be in charge of the talks.
She's not going to be there for the talks themselves because none of the other leaders are going to be there either.
I see.
She's going to be there to express the importance that you not make a mess of this.
Oh,
So she's going to be puppeting us in a way.
don't
She's
say
just
it
going to
like
give you a
that.
briefing, and to be frank, it's difficult to discuss things openly here in the capital. There will be a conversation.
The walls do have ears. And there are actually some very interesting spirits that utilize.
Hmm.
Make a perception check, everyone.
Awesome.
Yeah. You gonna come?
Oh, I'm coming.
6.
Okay,
I've
good.
been.
That was a nat 1.
Nat
1,
123.
You know,
23
hang on,
nat 1?
Hang on. I'm hero pointing that. We are not. I
my
do not
God.
accept.
I
39.
crit and you got the same as me. Oh my god.
That's
You're so good at this.
insane. A 40.
I'm not as
Great.
good at 2 things.
28.
That's really
3
great.
things.
Yeah, no, the wind is definitely, I think, out of Varensil's as well. But here, that's...
Well, heck, I might as well do a hero point too, just because
Oh.
that's right. 30's up here.
Where's a gamble?
As Delamian is explaining that she's been promoted to the Royal Guard and given a position of prestige in the Royal Guard as a result of her service in arranging this and guiding you, she's going to be returning to Greengold. Well, not if you're teleporting, but as quickly as possible to help you with the preparations. She's talking to you as you do listen to her. Some of you notice other things that are going on. Briala notices that there are some of the courtiers and nobles who've strayed a little closer to the conversation and are trying to pay attention to what is being said at the Queen's table. Now that the Queen has left, they feel less inhibited from closing in, and they're getting to the point where they're close enough they might be able to hear what's being said.
There you go. Sorry, I don't notice this.
I am out of focus.
Is that a metaphor?
I think I'm also out of focus.
I think Jason's doing that on purpose.
Oh, there we
There
go.
it
I'm
goes.
back.
There we go.
Some of them, those who are listening, are looking at your table with barely veiled hostility.
Mm,
Yes,
And you can
there's
take
some-
note of those people if you wish.
yes. Now, who are you speaking to? All of us at this point?
Briala saw that.
Briala, okay.
What did Banda see?
JDR, you notice that as the Queen has left, people are packing up and things are resolving themselves, but the Queen's guards have stayed and are keenly watching any threats to your table, even though the queen has departed.
Oh.
Banda, you're almost second guessing yourself here, Banda. But when the queen leaves, you catch her backward glance as if to take in the room she's leaving, or the area she's leaving. But you almost think she's looking directly at you. All right,
Who is she looking at?
Banda.
Panda.
Interesting.
Huh.
Interesting.
She likes a bad boy.
She likes the idiots.
I let everybody know.
I just use my double
Okay.
speak to. I'm talking absolute nonsense to cover it, but to the party, they hear, "It always feels like somebody's
Somebody's
watching me."
I have no privacy.
Oh wow.
All right, we've got to wrap up, but things have changed for the Guardians of Green Gold in a number of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
How and exactly what those changes mean, this is all a big pivot point for this group of you're potent adventurers now, but you've never been politically significant before, not on the grand scale. Something's changed. What does it mean? Thanks, everyone. See you next time.